Hi and welcome to another Type with me. In today's video I want to talk about fuzzy search in Astro websites. So last week I talked about how to build websites within Astro. Astro is a site builder within JavaScript, and today I want to talk about how to put fuzzy search to Astro, and I'm going to use Fuse.js. What is fuzzy search? Well, it's actually, generally speaking, a technique of finding strings that are approximately equal to a given pattern. So if I go to the website, you will see that I have added a search component actually, and the search component is in the welcome hero, right? And actually the search itself, it has some CSS, right? And it has an action slash search. It has a parameter named Q, right? And if we go to our search page itself in Astro, you will see that, of course, we have some CSS, but that doesn't matter. We are going to go on the top, right? So the most important thing that you need to do when you are creating a search page is choosing if it's server-side rendering or client-side rendering. So if you do nothing, then this page will just be rendered and built, right? But you can also say to Astro, you don't need to build this, you don't need to pre-render this. And this will allow actually for you to deploy this as a server-side script on something like Vercel or Netlify or a hosting provider that has Node.js or edge computing in it, right? So what we then do is we ask astro.request.url. On the URL we have a search parameter Q, right? Last time I showed you how you could get data from a spreadsheet, right? A Google spreadsheet. So we do that right here. Then we flatten the data, and then we give that flattened data structure an array towards Fuse. And in Fuse we can see, or we can say, on which properties of that of these data objects you need to search on. So we have name, category, and description. We have a threshold 0.3. So when it's lower, it's more strict. When it's higher, it's fuzzier. Then we have the results, right? So when we have a query, we do a search. When we don't have a query, we just provide an empty array. Then we have our layout, and then the first thing we do is we provide the end user with we have found this amount of results. Then we have our query, ask them if we have a query. Otherwise we say add search query to see results. Otherwise we ask if the results dot length are bigger than 0. If they are bigger than 0, actually we need to put this part, of course, into it, because if we have something found, we need to put it like this, right? Otherwise we provide our list. Here we have our results. We put a link to it to go to the detail page. Then we have our cart listing, and then we have our result, right? Which is great. And if we don't have a result, we say no results found. But actually, the big thing here to understand is that you can use Fuse, right? You can specify on which keywords he's going to search on, threshold, and then you can search, which is, in my opinion, a very great feature. So then the end result is this. Actually, don't worry about here this, because I think I also need to make the text a little bit smaller and less characters right here. But okay, I didn't do that for now. What I want to do is I want to search on a teapot or a metal can, and I think I need to check if I have things in this text and also things in this text. Now if I search for mate, no results found. So if you then search for plated steel or aluminium, right, if I do this, category A, I got all my results right. If I do crafted, I got this one actually. If I do lorem ipsum, if I just do ipsum, actually ipsum, I get those two results, right, which is great because they also have both lorem ipsum, right. If I do ipsum about, which is the same thing, and then I can, for example, click on this one, I get product D, and then I get the details. So I think it's a great thing to add to your application or to your website, and it's very easy to do so with Astro, right? I showed you how to do it. You just need to have a search components, and then you need to have a results page. Like here I have my results page, and here I have my search, and then my query that's on top, which is actually what we want, right? So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you can use this and that you are excited as me to explore this a little bit further and build a real full-blown website with a lot of potentials into it, so that we can deploy it and give it out to the world so that the world can have all this information that I want to share with the world. So thank you very much and see you next time.